DC Rentals has been in business for almost 30 years, offering state-of-the-art radio communications and security camera systems. DC Rentals is able to cater our system and scale it down to any size event, large or small. Our custom-built trailers are designed for fast deployment with full video and communication capabilities. We offer top-of-the-line Motorola and Hytera dispatch and radio equipment, along with Telex and Zetron consoles. DC Rentals' mobile command trailer is also available for special events or emergency. In addition, we provide individual and group training sessions on all of our equipment, as well as 24-hour customer service. DC Rentals can be reached at 781-289-3000 or on the internet at dcrentals.net. DC Rentals is a proud sponsor of Peabody TV.
Hello and welcome to Galonero. My name is Aleco. I'm the owner of Galonero Pizzeria and Bistro. I've been in the business more than 5 years now, and what I know about the restaurant is you want to do something, do it with love. Just cook it in the right way, it's going to be perfect. If you're looking for a good food and a very friendly atmosphere, just come down to Galonero. You're going to love the food. Thank you.
Welcome to Peabody's No Child Goes Hungry campaign. Thank you very much for your support this year. It's been a very successful year, and we really appreciate the backpacks and the food and the donations.
And as you can see, we have many backpacks, and as the school comes to a closing for the year, if you have a backpack that you would like to donate for the program for next year, you can drop them off at Evans Flowers, care of Dennis Feld, and have a great summer.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Go Tanners!
And now I would like to ask our co-presidents to come to the podium.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The PVMHS mixed chorus and chorale will now start to sing the Spangled Banner.
Please be seated. To my fellow graduates, teachers, parents, and friends, it is an honor to speak to all of you today. To start, I'd like to thank Mr. Buckley, Miss Maniatis, all of our teachers and family and friends that are here with us. I would especially like to thank Miss Spinoza and the other class officers for working so hard over the past 4 years. It seems like just yesterday we were little freshmen going down the staircase to nowhere and getting in trouble for using our phones at lunch. Well, now we're seniors, and although we have progressed to being able to use our phones at lunch, if you're anything like me, you still might accidentally wander down the staircase to nowhere. Despite that similarity, we have all grown and have changed so much since first walking through those doors. Although high school consisted of many long study nights, that is not what we will remember most. Some of us remember the relationships we have created with teachers that have become more of our friends than an authority figure. Some of us will remember our unbreakable bonds that we have created with our teammates and the amazing feeling we got after a win. Some of us will remember the months of work we put into Drama Fest that finally paid off. We will remember coffee house performances, band concerts, student government day, DECA trips, and all of the fun experiences and friendships that we have created along the way. No matter what you were involved with or got into, I know that we will all take what we have learned from Peabody High and incorporate it into our future. Look around. These are the people that we have all grown up with. Whether the person sitting next to you is your best friend, someone you only talk to in school, or someone that you've only seen in the hall once, they are a part of your story. Believe it or not, but walking in these halls filled of orange, red, and blue lockers have shaped us into who we are. Peabody High has shaped us into the graduates that we are today, but this is only the start of the lifetime of growth that we have ahead of us. To close, I'd like to share a poem by Rupi Kaur. Remember the body of your community. Breathe in the people who sewed you whole. It is you who became yourself, but those before you are a part of your fabric. Thank you.
Welcome everyone to the class of 2019 graduation. I want to thank you all for coming here today to celebrate this big milestone in our lives. It has been a long 4 years, but we made it. We all worked hard to get to this point, and here we are 4 years later with even more memories than what we started with. We didn't do it all by ourselves though. We owe it all to the following people. To all of the PVMHS teachers, thank you for all your time, support, and knowledge that you have shared with us. To all of our parents, thank you for your advice even when we didn't want to hear it. And most importantly, thank you for dragging us out of bed each morning. To all of our coaches, advisors, and teachers, thank you for teaching us lessons that we will cherish forever in our new lives. To our superintendent, principal, assistant principal, and office staff, thank you for always making sure things run smoothly. For example, the graduation ceremony we are at right now. To our guidance counselors, thank you for always being there for us, to listen to us, and also keeping us on the right track to graduate. Behind each graduate you see here today, there is a huge support system behind them all, and today we are all grateful for them. As many of you have noticed, we did not receive any senior gifts. Instead of spending the money on these gifts, we decided to give back to what our school is named after, Peabody Veterans, and donate the money towards the Wounded Warrior Project that helps wounded veterans. Thank you all.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Peabody, Mayor Edward A. Bettencourt, Jr.
Good evening. I am extremely honored and proud to be here tonight to celebrate this important moment in the lives of our graduates. I promise to keep my remarks very brief, but there are a few words I would like to share. I have said many times recently, and I know it's a sentiment shared by many across the city, that I am a strong admirer of the class of 2019. From the classrooms to the athletic fields to the stages here at Peabody High School and City Hall, and from city events, I have been deeply impressed by the talents exhibited by this class and by the way in which you have conducted yourselves. Each of you have represented Peabody High School with honor, integrity, and distinction. Often in the different media outlets, we only hear the negatives or the problems taking place in a city or in a school. But let's not lose sight of the fact that we are here to honor bright, talented, and hardworking seniors whose accomplishments have made this city proud and thus demand and deserve to be recognized. Tonight I have two requests. First, I ask each graduate to take a moment and reflect on your own personal journey that has brought you here tonight, and to take a moment to thank your parents and family members and the teachers and coaches who have provided important love, support, and guidance during your journeys. As graduates of the class of 2019, you have been given a great deal. From your parents and families, you have been given unconditional love and support. From your teachers and administrators at Peabody High School, you have been given time, energy, direction, and care. These are precious gifts. Thank those that have helped you along the way. And second, I ask each graduate to take a moment and think about where you want to go with your life, your goals, hopes, and dreams. You will hear many words of advice in the weeks ahead, important words and good advice from well-meaning people. But with that, all of the graduates, all of you, need to know that all these goals or hopes or dreams that are in your hearts can be achieved from right here at Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. And why do I say that? I say that because Peabody High School students who have in the past sat right where you are have gone on to achieve their dreams and accomplish great things in life. Did you know that 2 of the 7 justices serving on the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court attended Peabody schools, including Peabody Veterans Memorial High School? Just a couple of weeks ago, many of your fellow students were treated to a forum featuring Justice Kimberly S. Budd and Justice David A. Lowy, both Peabody natives. Justice Lowy was a regular playing basketball on the courts at Emerson Park and Symphony Park. He graduated from University of Massachusetts and got his law degree at Boston University. Judge Lowy told students he had no idea he wanted to be a lawyer when he was in high school. So don't worry if you are unsure of your path. That is very common. Justice Budd was number 2 in her class at Peabody Veterans Memorial High School and went to Georgetown University for her bachelor's degree in English and to Harvard for her law degree. She is just the 3rd African American to serve on the state Supreme Court. Justice Budd said she didn't realize what a great education she received at Peabody High School until her family moved midway through her senior year to Atlanta, and she found everything there so easy. She told our students that they are getting a great education here at Peabody High School. I'm confident in saying that I'm not sure if 2 students from the same school district went on to serve simultaneously on the highest court in Massachusetts. But what we do have, 2 serving on the same Supreme Judicial Court from the same city, and that city is Peabody. I could speak for hours citing great accomplishments by Peabody High graduates, Medal of Honor winners, Rhodes Scholars, doctors, business leaders, professional athletes and performers, and every single person of the thousands I could mention started their journey sitting right where you are, a young man or woman with big dreams. Follow those dreams, seek out that future that is in your heart, and know you can make it happen. In closing, I say keep doing what you are doing, class of 2019. Continue on the right path and know that wherever your destiny holds, if you live by the values which have been instilled in you by your parents, family, teachers, coaches, and mentors, that yours will be a tremendous success story. Congratulations and go Tanners.
Please join me in welcoming the Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Cara Murtagh.
Good afternoon, Peabody Veterans Memorial High School, class of 2019. I say congratulations. Welcome Mayor Ted Bettencourt, State Representative Ted Spiliotis and Tom Walsh, school committee members, city councilors, library trustees, Assistant Superintendent Lord, Principal Buckley, Assistant Principal Maniatis, Deans of Students, Principal Todd Busey, and faculty and staff of Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. All of these people have impacted your lives in a positive, in some cases profound manner. I want to thank each and every parent, guardian, family member, and friend who are here. May I ask the class of 2019 to join me in applauding all these people who have helped you on your journey. When I see you here today, I am filled with joy, pride, and love. I believe as you leave here today, you carry with you 4 core beliefs. Help others through community service. Be kind, be a good human being, and make good choices. Each of you are going forth on your own path, whether it is college, military, or career. Our valedictorian will be attending Tufts University. Vincent and Brittany will be serving in the Marines. Amanda and Matthew in the Air Force. Jarrell in the Army, Nicholas in the Navy. We have students going to Suffolk University, Stonehill, St. Anselm's, University of Hawaii, UMass Amherst, ULowell, Colby College. Michael, Mateo, and Anthony will be attending North Shore Community College, while Travaz, Sophia, and Jake will be going to Salem State University. Many students will be attending UNH and Emmanuel College. Ariana will be joining the workforce. Alyssa will be going into cosmetology, and Adriel will be starting a career in the automotive field. This is just highlighting a few. We have provided you with a comprehensive education and the tools not only to succeed, but to truly leave your mark in whichever path you choose. In your time here, you have shown unity and become truly a caring community. You have demonstrated humility of service through helping others. While each of you has required to perform 40 hours of community service, many of you went so far beyond that. As a class, you performed well over 14,200 hours of community service. Your moral compasses have kept you on the right track and lead you here today. You are what we have described as movement makers. Look at the students around you. They too are your family. You have been through a lot together. You've become close-knit in and out of the classroom through MCAS, SATs, AP testing. You've enjoyed fun competition during DECA, performing arts, athletic events, and class fundraisers. I had the opportunity to talk with many of you over the year, whether it was chatting in the hall, at a school event, or sitting down one-on-one. You shared some of your memories with me. One of you loved how supportive you are of one another. Another said she was thankful for speaking at and attending Advocacy Day. Others spoke about bonding while on the sports teams and being a leader and a captain. Others offered they enjoyed being part of the Signs of Suicide Prevention course, acquiring useful networking skills. One student was so pleased to be a part of the Democracy in Action course and loved the experiences at Student Government Day. I too have a wonderful memory, and many of them. One in particular stands out. I will never forget the day this year that the Welch School had a major water break. K through 5 students were brought to the high school, and you folks stepped up big. The class of 2019 and the early childhood education class took the lead. We utilized the auditorium, the planetarium, the field house, the cafeteria, creating an experience that was both exciting and an educational experience for the students. They said it was their best field trip ever because of you. The kindness and compassion you showed was tremendous. Your class has had some wonderful learning opportunities, such as working with the Little Tanners, going to Leahy Clinic, riding in the Cataldo ambulance, offering real-life experience, providing a path in the business and financial fields while learning at Metro Credit Union. You have implemented the vision of the graduate as we grow and innovate in 21st century learning. Your Peabody experience will stay with you, no matter where you go or what you do. When you accomplish great things or if you fall on hard times, each and every one of you will always be a Peabody Tanner. Look at our staff who have come here today. They are here for you. They have helped prepare you for what lies ahead. Each in their own way, maybe a kind word or some extra attention, perhaps a lift when you needed it, or a stern word when you needed redirection. When I spoke to staff in August of last year, I stated that throughout the school year, we would nurture, educate, and love each of our students to help them lead, learn, teach, and continue to thrive. I can proudly say we did just that. You have accomplished so much and have such a bright future ahead of you. Class of 2019, I will leave you with this thought. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams and live the life you imagine. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our principal, Mr. Eric M. Buckley.
Good afternoon, Mayor Bettencourt, Representative Walsh, Superintendent Murtagh, Assistant Superintendent Lord, our elected officials, parents, faculty, friends, and the reason we're really here, the class of 2019. I'd like to welcome all of you here to the graduation ceremony. As it was mentioned earlier, we are Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. So I'd like to ask anyone serving in the military or veterans that we have amongst us to please stand. And I ask everyone to please join me in a round of applause, thanking them for their service. This was an extremely difficult year of loss to the PVMHS family. I look out at our graduates and our faculty and I see an empty seat, one that was always occupied by a teacher that was always with us here at graduation, Miss Laurie Bertram. So I'd like to ask to have a moment of silence for Miss Bertram, Mr. DeShano, parents, and siblings that we have lost throughout this year. Thank you. I also would like to congratulate our teachers at the high school and throughout the school system who will be retiring at the end of the school year. Their contributions over the years to the students of PVMHS and the City of Peabody will not be forgotten. Please join me in another round of applause for thanking Major Ralph Rucco, Mrs. Donna Saxonis, Miss Gwen Haskell, and Miss Linda Quigley for their dedication as we wish them a happy and healthy retirement. Okay, so to the class of 2019, congratulations. Today is your last day in the Peabody Public Schools. You are no longer those wide-eyed ninth graders at freshman orientation, but rather young adults who have mastered many different skills during your 4 years. You are now ready to make a positive impact in the world. Graduation speeches usually offer words of hope, advice, and optimism to young men and women who are about to begin a new journey in their lives. That new chapter is up to you. Don't waste time blaming society for your problems. Instead, display the character traits others will admire and strive to emulate. My hope is that you discover who you are. Whether you did well academically or not, it's not important. It is more important now that you continue to become better human beings. Sorry about the delay. Be passionate individuals and embrace the challenges you will face. You have all come too far now to turn back. You still have a very long and challenging way to go before your journey is complete, but I feel you will accomplish great things. I wish you all health and happiness in wherever life takes you. Always be proud to be a Tanner, and good luck to the class of 2019.
The PVMHS Concert Band will now perform Hadrian's Wall, directed by Mr. Jason Jones.
At this time, I would like to introduce our senior essayist, Diana Barr.
Good evening and welcome, students, teachers, friends, and family. There aren't many topics I could discuss today that have not already been covered in graduation speeches of previous years. So I'm just going to talk about me today. Me and my hopes for the future and lessons I've learned from the past. I have realized that the most important thing in life is to have people surrounding you that you love. You could have the best accomplishments in the world and win any award, but without somebody to share it with, it means nothing. I'm so incredibly blessed to have people in my life that make the things that I achieve meaningful. The truth is, success is simple. It's measurable and tangible. What can be difficult is building meaningful relationships with the people around us. So far in our lives, we've been given our friends on a silver platter. Relationships formed easily on the playground with your lab partner or in the hallways. Now, though, as we dive headfirst into this new chapter, we will be forced to make new friends and to make decisions about who gets to be in our life. And humans, I've found, have a tendency to be complex. Graduating from Peabody High is a success, and I can hold my diploma in my hand and note that I have completed this task proudly. In this way, other successes in our lives will sometimes feel more real to us than human connection. We live in a material world where who we are is based on how we look and how we present ourselves. Very rarely will you find others judging you based on the emotional connections you have made in your relationships. But very often you will find yourself with a choice to make. Should I devote my time and energy to cultivating productive human relationships, or should I devote my time and energy to the success that I wish to have? To be completely honest, it would be easy to do the later. Working hard and receiving recognition for working hard is a lot less complicated than relationships between people. People are fickle. People will love you one day and hate you the next, and relationships with people oftentimes only complicate life. But I've decided that I want a life that is complicated by the living contradiction that is human beings. Every success that I've had thus far in my admittedly short life would mean nothing if I didn't have these people to share it with. I would like to take this opportunity to thank some of the people in my life that make things meaningful. First and foremost, my family, obviously, but I would like to thank specifically my sister Deborah. She is in the truest way my best friend. She shows love in a way that is unconditional and unselfish. She is supportive of every venture I take on. She is understanding in every mistake I make, and she has served as a mentor to me in more than 1,000 ways. Family relationships can often be complicated, but I know through every difference of opinion, I will always be able to go to her in a time of need. So thank you, Deborah. I would also like to thank Mr. Dehart, an incredible teacher at this school who truly believes in his students. Through his many long-winded lectures about taking the future seriously, he managed to do the impossible. He managed to get me to care about school. I am immensely grateful for the knowledge he has passed on to me. I would also like to thank Mrs. Bertram for the compassion and devotion she showed towards her students. Although the time I was able to spend in her class was brief, the impact it made was long-lasting, and she will be dearly missed by me and all of my classmates. And so I leave you with this last thought. Chase tangible and material things if that's what you want, but before this, make sure that you have a solid rock to stand on. Make sure that when you fail at attaining success, and you will fail, there will be someone like Deborah to hold your hand and push you out the door to try again. Thank you.
Please welcome Audrey Gabriel, the salutatorian of the class of 2019.
I'd like to dedicate this speech to Miss Lori Bertram. I had the privilege of being her student this past fall, and in such a short time, she inspired me to be a better writer and to strive to become the best student I could be. Even then, I knew I wanted her keen eye to be the one to read this over. But I know she's here today listening, and I hope that I made her proud. Welcome, friends, families, loved ones, Honorable Mayor Bettencourt, Superintendent Murtagh, elected officials and dignitaries, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2019. After an arduous 4 years, we've finally made it. But before I begin, I'd like for us all to take a moment to thank the people who got us to this point today. To our families and loved ones, for supporting us through every milestone in our lives. Our ever-forgetful teenage selves often neglect to thank you for all that you have done in raising us to be the people we are today. So, from dropping us off to each practice to sitting through each concert, being there for the first heartbreaks, and because you'll be there for each one after that, thank you. To the wonderful selfless staff at Peabody High. It was never the pristine halls or fancy new equipment, or in our case, lack thereof, that made us students enjoy coming to school. It was all of you, our teachers, guidance counselors, paraprofessionals, administrators, the staff at our student health center, and countless more that made each of our days a little bit brighter. The effort that you all put in to getting to know us and our learning styles, to fostering our interests and helping us grow and find our ways. Your kindness and your patience are all so underappreciated, but we thank you regardless. And finally, thank you to my own family, my siblings Faye and Raph, and especially to my parents. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng ginawa mong dalawa at lahat ninyong mga sakripisyo para sa akin at sa mga kapatid ko. I love you guys. "1,368 days ago, we first walked into the halls of Peabody High. With the signature look of freshmen, bright eyes, bulging backpacks, the scent of Bath & Body Works perfume and Axe body spray so strong, it had to ward off any unwanted upperclassmen. We had no idea what we were in for this next step in our education, and what an eventful 4 years it was that awaited us. As a class, we witnessed everything from a change in presidency, the end of a beloved app, Vine, a 6th Super Bowl ring, another royal wedding. So much has happened, it's a miracle we all kept up. But we did a lot of things in that time too. From freeing the shoulder in sophomore year to marching for our lives the year after. I'm proud of the engaged, active civic body that the class of 2019 demonstrates. And like any class, we faced adversity. It seems as if each year it becomes more challenging to be a high school student in this society. Between balancing rigorous academics with extracurriculars, jobs, family responsibilities, and our own social lives, the pressure of being an ideal student is higher than ever. And these obstacles can often feel insurmountable in the midst of all the craziness. But at the end of the day, we came, we saw, we stumbled around a little bit in A House, the whole staircase to nowhere thing, and eventually we conquered. I mean, think about it. In my experience throughout these 4 years, I've learned everything from Revolutionary Wars to the parts of a cell, from conjugating verbs to differentiating expressions, but we soon learned that it isn't always as simple as that. I mean, what's the formula for a sincere apology? What are the steps to grieving when you lose a loved one? Analyze a friend's captions to their Instagram post and, in an effective, well-worded text, convey that you are here for them even though you've been too busy to talk to them in a while. There is no calculator to plug these problems into or a formula sheet to guide you as we continue to navigate the complexities that come with growing up. And so I guess this is the point in most graduation speeches where I'm supposed to say something impactful or teach you a lesson. But the thing is that when it comes to all these daunting, seemingly unanswerable questions, I'm still figuring it all out too. And though I may not be answering any of the big questions, here's what I do know. First, to question everything. Question those in charge, question what is the perceived norm, and just ask questions. Just because something is the way that it has always been done does not mean that it is the way we should continue to do things. The foundation of understanding is rooted in inquiry. The key to discovery is held in curiosity. So, ask away. Second, caring is crucial. As we continue to grow, it is on us now, our generation, to take on the responsibilities of those that came before us, to take care of the planet, to fix what older generations messed up. Saying that you don't care about these things only contributes to this cyclical apathy that hurts generations upon generations onwards. So care about things. Be passionate in your causes. Apathy does absolutely nothing to help improve the world around us. And third, neutrality is never truly neutral. Desmond Tutu once said, if you are neutral in times of oppression, you have taken the side of the oppressor. And saying that you refuse to take sides in situations of injustice, you have given your tacit acceptance to it. We have a duty to one another to continue to build a culture of active response to inequality, because some people don't have the privilege of being neutral. So speak out about any and all injustices, large and small. Share the voices of those committed to fighting inequality and oppression, and make room for more. We won't stop until it's liberty and justice for all. And fourth and final, a little kindness goes a long way. Be kind to one another. Practice compassion with everyone. Accept others for who they are, but also be kind to yourself. In being kind to yourself and others, you create a positive environment for you to not only grow in, but to thrive. So be the person who always holds the doors for others. Be the person who smiles in the hallways. Remember your pleases and thank yous, and these small gestures can go so far to even make another person's day. And so, class of 2019, as we graduate today, this may be the last moment that we are all gathered together in the same way. Soon, our paths diverge, and we go on to pursue different passions and dreams in college, in the workforce, in the different military branches, and so on. And from now on, the list of daunting, seemingly unanswerable questions only gets longer. But we find solidarity in that. This change is not something to be afraid of. It is not something to fight or to delay. This unfamiliarity that we will all experience is an opportunity for growth and improvement, as students, as friends, as people. Who knows who will be another 1,368 days from now? So we embrace this uncertainty. We face it with an open mind and take with you all the lessons we learned here at Peabody High, from our teachers, our coaches, our directors, even from one another, so that you may explore these great wide unknowns for yourself. We move forward to a better tomorrow, and I sincerely hope that one day our paths meet again and you are able to tell me all about the answers that you have found. Until then, congratulations on all that you have accomplished and all that you will. Farewell, class of 2019. It's been an honor.
It is now our honor to introduce the valedictorian of our class, Andrew Langley.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome students, friends, family, Mayor Bettencourt, Superintendent Murtagh, all other elected officials and dignitaries, administration, and other teachers. Today marks the day us graduates step out from under the roof of Peabody High into whatever adventures await us in the future. I would like to thank my parents for all their support through what seemed like endless hours of homework. Miss Molk, my guidance counselor, for helping me plan my maniacal course load over the last 4 years. Dr. Hyatt, the science department head, for filling his department with the brilliant educators I spent most of my schedule with. Administration, for not suspending me the last 4 years. And by far, most importantly, the great sport of fishing, for keeping me sane through the long, arduous journey ending with this gold sash. In addition, my gratitude goes out to Mr. Chason for ensuring the message I deliver to you today is expressed in grammatically correct English sentences, and to Megan Ailes for reviewing this speech from a student perspective to make sure tomatoes won't get thrown at me in the next several minutes. Today, I address you for the first and final time and have composed 3 points I would like to leave you with before we commence into the real world, or whatever that means, as though high school was just a fantasy of unicorns and butterflies. My wisdom, though, may be far inferior to that of people like my grandmother, who is turning 89 tomorrow, once told me to skip her funeral if I had a party on the same day. Her justification, life is for the living. It also seems ironic that I've been asked to give you all advice as an 18-year-old, but nevertheless, here is my manifesto. Number 1, distinguish yourself and don't spread yourself too thin. You're given a very broad education behind those brick walls with a taste of each discipline, and hopefully you immerse yourself in one of them. The question remains, what's next? As education strives to make students well-rounded, it seems as though students have less freedom to focus their interests in an increasingly specialized world. Luckily for our class, we still had some of that freedom, and hopefully you took advantage of it. It is important to take the time to think about what being a Peabody graduate means to you, even if it differs from the clip art mosaic that flashes on your screen every time you open your Chromebook. I may not be an artistic innovator, but I know how to crunch numbers and chemical formulas, and I feel very much prepared for what is to come. Excelling in one aspect is more valuable than being mediocre across the board. You should be leaving this school a much different individual than the person next to you, which is certainly true in my case. Above all, create your own vision of the graduate. Uniformity is the greatest threat to society. Number 2, don't let dumb things hold you back. The last 4 years have been full of drama, and I'm sure every one of you had some connection to it at some point. Luckily for that, high school ends today. High school dumb things include exclusive cliques, relationship nonsense, prom drama, and those stupid jewels that are always setting off the fire alarm. Whoever knew that even with Google, flash drives would make a comeback? In addition, surround yourself with good people. Unfortunately, sometimes other people fall into this category of dumb things that hold you back. One thing I've learned here is there is nothing a jealous person hates more than seeing someone else succeed. To cope with these hairs, just remember the reason they're present. You are doing great. And finally, number 3, be critical, but make sure to see the positives in everything. Last year after junior prom, my prom group was riding back to Peabody in our limo. My good friend and date for the night, Lily Avila, was sitting next to me, and we finally convinced the rest of the group to turn the radio to a country station, to our delight and the others' reluctant agreement. The Luke Bryan song, I Believe Most People Are Good, was the first to come on. When it did, Lily turned to me and said, "You know, Langley, I think there's some good in every person." I replied, "You really think so?" And she said without hesitation, "Absolutely." The idea really stuck with me, so after prom and before doing anything else, I wrote that down in case I ever needed it for something. And here's that day. So, with Lily's assurance, there is some good in every one of you and every person you'll ever meet. However, this idea doesn't just relate to people. While Peabody High may not have the most aesthetic appeal and has a climate of its own, I encourage you to remember this place not by the building, but by the teachers that made your time here hopefully worthwhile. In particular, my greatest respect goes to the science department, the group of teachers I spent the most time with. Where else in the world can you find a character like Mr. Uhas, a resident pyrotechnician? Last year, when he walked in on the first day of AP Chem with a giant water jug, a gallon of ethanol, and a box of matches, I knew it would be a great class. This year, when Miss Byrne offered extra credit in my anatomy class for a model of any topic in the class we had learned about, she certainly didn't expect to see me walk in with the exploding balloon Mr. Uhas and I had built the period before. I somehow related this demo to the immune system. Boy, did that immune system response rattle the second floor. There is one teacher, though, that not only add to the positives of attending Peabody High, but also embodied this idea of being critical, yet always seeing the positive. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us. Miss Bertram always expected greatness, but would always tell her students what they needed to improve on. And I hope she doesn't strike me down with a lightning bolt for all the grammar errors I've made thus far in the speech. I was probably the last student to ever see her, as I went into her room a good amount of time after school had ended and all the students had left on our final day. MMS, the school's old grading software, screwed up an assignment she had just put in. Man, she hated MMS. Almost as much as she loved Johnny Depp. Miss Bertram also saved my college essay in her last few days with us, and I owe her greatly for my acceptance into Tufts and for being one of the most valuable mentors Peabody has ever had. When you look back at your time here, remember people like Dr. Hyatt, Mr. Uhas, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Glidden, Mr. Chason, Mr. Picanso, Mr. Uhas, Mr. Barron, Miss Bertram, Miss Byrne, just to name a few, or whoever else may have influenced you, rather than remembering the space you met them in. Before I wish you all farewell, there is one more issue I'd like to address. If you were in the top 20, you received an odd-shaped trophy at Academic Awards Night, somewhat resembling a satellite dish. Many classes of Peabody graduates have pondered this artifact you've received, causing myself to put a lot of thought into what the shape could symbolize. I have finally figured it out. Without a doubt, these trophies are Treadwell's supplied ice cream bowls that our one and only Tom Gould donated. I'm going to end here as I know the fish are biting and wish you all the best of luck in the future. God bless you all.
At this time, the PVMHS Mixed Chorus and Chorale will perform May Our Paths Meet Again.
I would like to introduce to you Principal Buckley and Mrs. Najjar, who will award the George Peabody medals.
Good evening. As the President of the Board of Library Trustees, I am here to present with Principal Buckley the George Peabody Medals to the top 8 meritorious scholars for the class of 2019. I am truly honored to carry on a tradition that George Peabody began in 1855, celebrating your academic achievement. You are the 164th class to be recognized as a George Peabody Medal recipient, and you will be part of Peabody's history forever. George Peabody has given this school a rich history and has bestowed upon us a legacy that we should all be proud. I would like to extend my congratulations to the graduates and their families and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And I would also like to thank Principal Buckley and the school administration and the city for their continued support of the library's long-standing tradition.
Keep these right there.
Okay, yep.
You're gonna have to dig out a little bit. Among our graduates are 8 distinguished members who are the 2019 recipients of the George Peabody Medal. This award is given each year to the top 8 students of the graduating class. As I call your names, please come forward, and Mrs. Najjar and Ms. Murtagh will award you your George Peabody Medal. Number 8, Noah Sermon. Yeah. Number 7, Megan Bresnahan. Number 6, Alexandra Barrett. Number 5, Sophia Burnett. How's that? Number 4, Andrew L'Italian. Number 3, Diana Barr. Number 2, Audrey Gabriel. And the valedictorian, Andrew Langley. Again, congratulations to our top 8 students.
The PVMHS Chorale will now perform Have It All.
May you have auspicious and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best.
May it take no effort in your being generous. Sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa! And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa! Well, here's to the lives that you're gonna live. Yes, and here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh. want you to have it all. I want you to have it.
Have it all.
I want you to have it all.
May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk.
May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, no immeasurable wealth.
May you get a gold star on your next test. May your educated guesses always be correct.
And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrow. Whoa! And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa! Well, here's to the hearts that you want to win. Here's to the lives that you want to live. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have.
You don't need money, you got free pass.
So I'd be sad without you. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it.
Have it all.
I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it. Oh,
You can imagine.
no matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, go, go. Raise your glasses. Go, go, go. You can have it.
It is now the moment we have all been waiting for.
The presentation of the diplomas by Principal Buckley and Assistant Principal Maniatis.
Andrew Langley. Audrey Gabriel. Diana Barr.
On the first line on the track.
Andrew L'Italian. Sophia Brunette. Alexandra Barrett. Megan Bresnahan. Noah Sermon. Haley Monies. Jennifer DiGiulio. Marlena Winchell. Jacob Sullivan. Brandon Squibb. Vanessa Martirano. Elizabeth Curcio. Chantel Mendonça. Alessandra Bettencourt. Rachel Coleman. Nicholas Acosta. Kimberly Almeida. Jonathan Alves. Stephanos Anastasis. Sarah Anderson. Sophia Anazis. Taylor Angel. Valentina Angel. Ashley Anisi. Calvin Anton. Joshua Atemking. Megan Ailes. David Badaro. Bianca Baldassaro. Heaven Ball. Zachary Bally. Mitchell Barnes. William Barretto. Michael Beater. Asha Bell. Abigail Barabee. Kawislav Bien Amay. Stephen Bingle. Cindy Burko. Jeremy Birmingham. Emma Blanchard. Gabrielle Borges. Nora Bushiba. Dylan Buffard. Sarah Bratt. Dariani Brea. Lillian Brennan. Taylor Brown. Ryan Buchanan. Evan Bunn. Kayla Burke. Savannah Callisto. Tyler Callahan. Felicia Campagnon. Edward Campbell. Christopher Canella. Jason Canuel. Nicholas Capillo. Vincent Carboni. Jonalyn Carpenter. Owen Carr. Aaron Carvalho. Gabriel Carvalho. Caitlin Castillo. Nicholas Cesaro. Scott Chaplin. Alexander Chow. Bryce Chrisman. Emily Simon. Isabella Chaffee. Lindsay Clements. Catherine Cohen. Colton Cole. Brittany Calindris. Eddie Collado. Brianna Collier. Savannah Conroy. Justin Cormier. Tatiana Correa. Erin Corrigan. Ariana Costa. Jana Costello. Alexis Coviello. Brandon Dalton. Leah Dang. Amanda David. Tiana Daw. Cynthia Diamorum. Emily Diaz. Wegster DeBrito. Joshua De Jesus. Derek DeLisi. Mark DeLuca. Aisa de Oliveira. Mac DeShane. Alec Durlew. Allison Dewsnap. Danielle Diangikis. Gabriella Dietrich. Kariaki DeFruscia. Catherine DeGiulio. John Denush. Caleb Dolan. Andrew Drolet. Christian Drzewski. Aiden Drumheller. Vincent Ducharme. Cameron Duquette. Sarah Ennis. Chloe Espinola. Michael Fiella. Kaylin Falco. Amanda Fanning. Luana Felizardo. Ryan Farah. Valentina Ferrara. Caitlin Flanagan. Alexa Flewelling. Brittany Gaudette. Matthew Gaudette. Francesca Giangregorio. Joseph Gilmartin. Kyle Giorgetti. Chris Glass. Gabriel Goldman. Abner Gomez. Jonathan Gomez Abreu. Elise Gonsalves. Jenna Gordon. Kaylin Govert. Rachel Gray. Jarell Greaves. Cullen Grotto. Dylan Guarino. Jefferson Guerra. Louis Garides. Alex Gushi. Nada Hamze. Lily Hart. Jacob Hawthorne. Avian Hernandez. Carlos Hernandez. Pablo Hernandez. Brooke Hodis. Angelina Hogue. Alex Holden. Drew Howard. Ryan Huber. Leah Mae Hubis. Michaela Ianalfo. Joshua Ilori. Maya Ingham. Kaylee Inglis. Kelsey Irvin.
Kamani Jackson. Laura Jackson. Derek Jalbert. Matthew Jandrasevitz. Denzel Jean Noel. Karina Jimenez. Eric Joaquin. Megan Jones. Trevor Jocelyn. Abraham Kaba. Peter Cadelli. Emmanuel Colombo. Jason Capo. Alexander Carabellis. Aiden Kelleher. Garafalia Karastaris. Yasir Cater. Mohsen Khan. Aaron Kidd. Emily Kirby. Courtney Klein. Priscilla Krokoya. Martina Cott. Lexis Lacourt. Sarah Lake. Ava Lavelle. Aiden Leach. Mackenzie Levitt. Sydney LeBlanc. Austin Leggett. Travis Late. Nicholas Leonard. Dominic Lewis. Giovanna Lamoli. John Lindbergh Jr. Kayla Littlefield. Michael Locke. Alexander Locke. Victoria Lombardi. Kyle McDonald. Amanda McKenzie. Jesse Morena. Catherine Manning. William Manning. Mackenzie Marmion. Dasani Martinez. Michael Martinez. Jacob Martins. Joseph Mastromateo. Brenda Mavros. Connor McCarron. Zachary McCarthy. Sophia Medina. Olivia Melito. Mariella Malachi. Jasadi Mendoza. Jason Miller. John Paulo Miranda. Joseph Montalto. Jennifer Moody. Marissa Moore. Chris Morales. Aiden Murphy. Evan Murphy. Ryan Nagy. Nicole Navarro. Mateus Neves de Oliveira. Brittany Nguyen. Jack Nguyen. James Nguyen Hong. Jesse Jaguna. Corey Noble. Tyler Norman. Shannon O'Connell. Olivia O'Furry. Nicholas Oliveri. Joseph O'Neill. Julia O'Neill. Justin Ordonez. Christos Papadelos. Dolly Patel. Serena Patty. Brianna Pellegrini. Keisha Pena. Natasha Pena. Samantha Perez. Tayden Perez. William Preshong. Naomi Cano Cuevas. Sydney Rada. Emily Ramroop. Jared Rathbun. Austin Regis. Jessica Reed. Noelia Reynoso. Janelle Richard. Jason Richard. Jared Ridley. Patrick Regal Jr. Claudio Rocha. Litzy Rodriguez. Pablo Rodriguez Jr. Sabrina Romano. Brianna Rondo. Christina Rosignol. Emily Ruckman. Julio Ruiz. Michael Russo. Patrick Russo. Michael Sabella. Michael Sabino. Daniela Segeri. Marios Samardzik. Roast Sanchez Tavares. Eminal Santiago. Alyssa Saracini. Dana Shatney. Neil Sherman. Hannah Sorzega. Ariana Silva. Jessica Silva. Michael Silva. Anthony Silvera. Christopher Silverio. Sierra Scochalis. Alana Smith. Jared Smith. Jake Sousa. Jenna Sousa. Kyle Sousa. Zachary Stark. Matthew Stewart. Ashley Sylvanowitz. Natalie Sylvanowitz. Michael Tanzi. Joshua Tanzer. Leah Tavares. Haley Texera. Haley Fissel. Alyssa Thomas. Jaron Tilley. Robert Titus. Annalise Torres. Nicholas Trachia. Nicholas Sonis. Katie Vaccaro. Dante Vargas. Andrea Vega Ocampo. Mateo Vieira. Adriel Villar. Samantha Wallace. Tyler Wallace. Jakai Wigfall. Layla Williams. David Wilson. Sophia Winchell. Jack Woods Jr. Elizabeth Zader. Alexander Ziobro. Joseph Zito. Class of 2019 Co-President Caitlin Gorman. Class of 2019 Co-President Sofia Vasconcelos. You got it? You want me to do it?
No, just, who is it? I would just like to announce one more diploma. I think in all the years we've been doing this, we've never had a little glitch like that. So Ashley Anisi, if you could please come and get your diploma, since you left the track without one. So at this time, in closing, could you please join your class co-presidents, Caitlin and Sophia, by moving your tassel across the front from right to left, signifying your graduation. Congratulations, class of 2019.
White clear
DC Rentals has been in business for almost 30 years, offering state-of-the-art radio communications and security camera systems. DC Rentals is able to cater our system, scale it down to any size event, large or small. Our custom-built trailers are designed for fast deployment with full video and communication capabilities. We offer top-of-the-line Motorola and Hytera dispatch and radio equipment, along with Telex and Zetron consoles. DC Rentals' mobile command trailer is also available for special events or emergency. In addition, we provide individual and group training sessions on all of our equipment, as well as 24-hour customer service. DC Rentals can be reached at 781-289-3000 or on the internet at dcrentals.net. DC Rentals is a proud sponsor of Peabody TV.
Hello and welcome to Gallinero. My name is Alejo. I'm the owner of Gallinero Pizzeria and Bistro. I've been in the business more than 5 years now, and what I know about the restaurant is you want to do something, do it with love. Just cook it in the right way, it's going to be perfect. If you're looking for a good food and a very friendly atmosphere, just come down to Gallinero. You're going to love the food. Thank you.
Welcome to Peabody's No Child Goes Hungry campaign. Thank you very much for your support this year. It's been a very successful year, and we really appreciate the backpacks and the food and the donations.
And as you can see, we have many backpacks, and as the school comes to a closing for the year, if you have a backpack that you would like to donate for the program for next year, you can drop them off at Evans Flowers, care of Dennis Feld, and have a great summer.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Go Tanners!